Now this car has not moved a wheel in the past month, so for it to just start, no problem. I'm buzzing by that, that's really, really cool. Sounds really good. I thought I'd give a little break to the whole engine build progress. Weather is really, really good, the sun is shining. So I thought I'd give the car a little bit of attention. Let you all know I've still got it, to be fair. You haven't seen it for a while, have you? Might not have good lighting, but I've definitely got a good audience. Oh, if there's any car detailers out there that are thinking about leaving a comment, you know, telling us I'm doing it wrong, all the rest of it, don't. This happens like twice a year. I use inferior products and an even more inferior mindset towards it. I don't clean cars, I build engines. I mean, no offence of course, in many ways we share the same hobby. Just different versions of it, I suppose. Car detailing's not for me though. Plus, I've got friends that do this all the time and they're very good at it as well, so I mean there's no point in me getting into it, is it, if I can just get them to do it. Professional Michael does it actually. He's always trying to get us to take the car down so he can polish the bonnet, because the bonnet is probably the most faded part of the car. It's still in good nick, to be fair, and it's actually testament to the previous owner, Chris. Hope you're doing alright, Chris. That he kept the car absolutely immaculate. So any war wounds that's on the car now, they're pretty much Spencer's fault. I'm not even making it up, look, it even says Spencer's fault. That was his fault. When me and Spencer were putting the roll cage in the car many moons ago, which I've lost all the footage, part of the crap YouTuber thing, he left the passenger door open and then says, do you want to push the car back? And he was like, yeah, push it back. So we pushed it back and that door went into this wall, hence Spencer's fault. And I did get a replacement door off my friend David to replace that door, another Fantasia green, but I don't know, I can't be bothered to be honest. I've still got the door, but adds character, doesn't it? How's it going, girls? Oh, there we go. That's a nice audience, eh? This is Lola, this is Freya. Don't try and enter the property, they'll have you. Savage dogs. Not as savage as this one though. Meow. So one of the most asked questions I get since being on YouTube is, does the wing make a big difference? It makes a huge difference, huge difference. When I first drove the car with the wing on, you could just feel the front end get light on a full foot to the floor plant sort of sprint, you know, and I shit myself, to be honest. So I took the wing off. I just left the mount on, but I took the actual wing off and I did it again, and the car felt just as planted as it did. So that wing actually makes a really, really big difference. So much so that I am planning a full-on front end splitter install. But before I do that, I need to lower the front of the car because the car is actually sitting just a smidge high at the minute. And that's because I played on with the front end geometry. I got it to sort of where I was happy and I clagged the arches on. But I'm going to lower the car, which means I'm going to have to take the arches back off, lower the car to where I want it to be, probably cut out the metal arch, and then stick the plastic ones back on. And in all honesty, this passenger wing isn't in the best of condition anyway, so I might even replace that because I've got a good one in the garage. But this is going to be coming out soon, and that's just going to be like black mesh to let loads of airflow into the intercooler. And we'll have a full front end splitter, sort of like team pro and racing kind of thing. And I'm pretty sure you've all seen Nick's video where I make a guest appearance right at the start. Twat. But Nick's actually far too busy to feature in one of my videos. Who does he think he is, eh? So I'm going to get a member of Team Shrimp Racing here very soon, so stay tuned. Oh, there's the cat again. Plus, I'm also considering some sort of diffuser at the back, which will probably be just for looks in all honesty, because it'll look better than it works. Had to get the gigs out because it's far too bright today. I get asked a lot about hats, you know, because I obviously wear a hat a lot. So I think people are expecting like a decimal tenths hat, and it's a good idea. I'll probably look into it, to be honest. In terms of why I wear a lot of hats, well, I don't get much chance for head furniture these days, so it's literally the only head fashion I get. So I wear hats all the time anyway, so it's not just like a YouTube thing. Stop following this cat, Jesus. And answer a lot of people's questions about, you know, like what's happening with the channel, where's it going, all the rest of it. And you know, is the Lupo the only car you're going to have? Is it the only car you've got? Well, to be honest, I've got loads to do on the Lupo, obviously. You know, the full engine package, which isn't even knuckled down yet. Yeah, I've got the stroker motor part of it done, but I'm still not completely set on turbo and, you know, the final spec. Because, you know, I did put that video out saying 350 brake, and I wasn't going to touch a G25 and all the rest of it, but oh, you just never know, don't you? And now that we've got this coronavirus, I've got loads of time to think about it. So hopefully, I'll knuckle down something really soon, and we'll be able to sort it out. It'll come together really quickly. It really will, as soon as the engine's built. And I mean, let's face it, the car's fully functioning. But in terms of the car, yeah, we've got the, you know, the geometry, the sort of aerodynamic stuff to go on. I've also got a shifter. We've got that mint gearbox. I need to sort out the clutch. But the car's definitely not going anywhere. I mean, I've had some really cool cars, and that thing is the most fun I've ever had in a car. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. But I also want to do like a full-on back to bare metal, you know, like strip a car fully down restoration. I've got a bit of a thing for that. I haven't done that in a lot of years now, so I really fancy doing that on a really cool car as well. So I'm sort of in the process of sorting that out. Obviously, I'm not going to be telling you what it is yet, because there's no point in me saying, oh, I'm going to do this, and then you don't see it for like 4 or 5 months, or even longer. Who knows about this coronavirus? Because let's face it, I know I've got a good garage and all the rest of it, but I really do struggle for space. Which leads on to the question about how am I going to fit it all in, you know? I mean, the garage is big, the drive's big, but surely I can't pack it full of cars, and, you know, I'd like to, but the wife would do a dinger, to be honest. So before the coronavirus actually came around, I was actually going through the process of possibly getting a unit somewhere where it was just a bit bigger, somewhere where we could have the projects, and it would just be easier to work on them, because at the minute I actually use my garage for workshop space for my business as well, of which I don't talk much about on YouTube, I know that. But it is getting very crowded, and making videos can be a pain in the arse, because to be honest, business is going alright, and it just means that I need even more space for equipment for projects. So therefore, to make a video, it can just be a pain in the arse. So we're thinking about getting a unit. We're thinking about a full-on car restoration. It would have to be something performance, motorsport, you know, something that fits in with what we do anyway. But in all honesty, I'm actually thinking about getting a daily driver as well. I haven't had a daily driver car since, you know, Spence chopped up the S3. And I miss it, to be honest. I don't have a car. I mean, my wife has a car, but I don't. And most of the time when I get the choice of do I want to go to the shops in the Lupo, or I tend not to. Wife's just bought us a cup of tea, because it's an awesome car, it really is, but obviously it's a track car, you know, and just getting into the climate frame interior can be a right pain. Getting shopping in there, not going to happen.
So in the clips.
Oh, yeah, it's been following us all around. What are you doing? What are you doing? And I've also got Spencer's car to sort out. He's laid down the gauntlet. He wants us to sort out the mapping from, I'm sure I've said on the channel before, I used to be quite heavily involved in, you know, playing around with ME 7.5 tuning, but I just sort of fell out of love with it. I just didn't click. But he's wanting us to get back into it. I have winnows already, you know, I have sort of flash tools and what have you, so I need to look into that. So. And that just means I'll have to like relearn ME 7.5 tuning, which I wasn't even amazing at to start with. But we'll have that, so some 18T tuning on Spencer's Mark IV Golf. And I think I'm going to be getting a hand with that of Bill Brockbank of Badger 5. He's an absolute diamond, and he's sent us some stuff already, give us some tips, and he's happy to help us along, which is really, really cool. Thanks very much, Bill. It's mint. I actually did do a bit of a video, sort of like call with Bill, and I was planning on putting like an Ignitron video out, but because I'm a crap YouTuber, I deleted my side of it. So I've got Bill's footage, which is really, really cool, but I deleted my side, so that's the video that never came. But I will be doing some Ignitron tuning, obviously, when we get the full setup, so there'll be standalone tuning coming too. I'm also going to be heavily involved in my friend Dan's Mark II 20 valve. We're going to be putting a BAM in that, so Mark II 18T content is coming this way. Get in, move your bum, move your bum. It's the dog's favourite place in the whole world, the boot of the car. And the wife's, of course. And then on top of that, just a whole load more of what we've been doing already. We've got a lot more dyno tuning type stuff planned. We've got a lot more Ford stuff planned. So if you're viewing this channel off the back of the classic and performance Ford stuff we've been putting out, oh, you're in for a treat. Just stick around, it's going to be immense. But yeah, VAG tuning, Ford, oh, it's going to be class. I'm really, really excited just at the thought of it, to be honest. But anyway, I thought I'd just make this quick little video, give you a little insight. If you do have any questions with regards to the channel, the projects, merch, where we're going, what we're doing, anything about me that you want to know, just let us know. I'm not really into secrets. But you know, everyone has to have a personal life, don't they? So let's face it, you don't need to know my shoe size. But I think that'll do for this video. Obviously, just cleaning the car. Most people probably won't be surprised that my engines are generally cleaner than my car. But I hope you like that little insight. Give us a shout back, leave us a comment, let us know what you think about it. And as always, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.